It's been raining here for like a week straight. Bored out of my mind. So I'm just trying to come up with something to do. So thought I'd make a quick video just doing a rundown of my little motorcycle collection. So I don't really have anything better to do. So I'll start with my old Super Mini from when I was a little kid. I really wasn't even that fast, but my dad was just super cool and built me this bike, so we figured we'd just keep it. It's a 03 RM100, just a KX100 with yellow plastics basically. It's got a fully built R&D motor. It's bored to like a 112. It's got a pretty trick ignition box where you can change the power curve and stuff. Yeah, it's a bike I'll keep forever and never really ride it. That's why it's hanging on the wall. It's got some pretty goofy little kid graphics on it, but I still think they're pretty sick. So yeah, underneath that, 1980 RM125. Bought it to race some vintage races on. Didn't really realize how slow it would be. I'm pretty big and fat, so thing doesn't like to pull me around, but I still like looking at it. Keep it there, it looks good underneath the Super Mini. So yeah. This is a 03 YZ250. Probably gonna sell it pretty soon actually. Trying to thin the herd a little bit because I've got that YZ250. Yeah, fully rebuilt the motor on this thing, or I didn't, my buddy Sam did. Yeah, fully rebuilt the motor. It's got a pretty fresh Works FMF pipe on it. Some graphics. It's got the road trip tank, pretty ugly. But, you know, I thought I was going to race some off-road, so I put that big sucker on there. Beside that, XS650. It's a 77. Fairly stock. Just got some pretty sick, like, scrambler style pipes on it. Went 4 inches over on the front. Just kind of Moto bars. Pretty simple stuff, nothing too crazy. Didn't really want to tear it up too much because it was pretty clean when I got it. So I don't really ride on the road that much, but I've always wanted an XS, so got that one. It kind of sits here a lot. I need to ride it more. Beside that, XR600, bike I ride the most. Obviously most of my videos are on this thing. Yeah, honestly pretty stock. Everyone thinks I've done a bunch of stuff to it, but I really haven't. I resprung it for my weight, but didn't mess with valving or anything. It's got plastics on it that look different obviously, but pretty stock. Slip-on pipe, nothing too crazy. Beside that, 95 YZ125. Built this thing just because I wanted a 125. I really like riding 125s, even though I weigh 100 pounds too much for them. But a bunch of my buddies have 125, so we're gonna do some motos on them. Haven't even ridden this thing yet. Didn't go crazy with all the parts and stuff. I did get probably the last pro circuit pipe that I could find at least. You know, there's a couple things that could have been done to it, like put a new tank and all that kind of stuff just to make it look better, but I'm planning on actually riding it a bunch, so didn't dump a bunch of money into it. But stoked to ride it. Hopefully soon it'll quit raining and I'll get to actually go ride that guy. And then here's the Bradshaw replica. It's a 91 YZ250, set up with graphics and stuff for a 92 right now, but it's actually a 91. It's just the year I was born, so probably keep this thing forever as well as my Super Mini. It's got a pretty sick like chrome pro circuit pipe that the guy that I bought it from baked it to make it look kind of like a Works pipe. I think it's pretty cool. Don't really ride it that much because I don't want to tear it up. Hard to find parts for it and all that, so I try to kind of let it sit. I race vintage races on it, and then other than that, don't really ride it all that much. Just kind of hangs out. Think these graphics and stuff are pretty badass. So next to that, the beater bike here. Super fun to ride around my house though. It's a XL175. Pretty sure I blew it up last time I rode it, so it's been sitting for a little bit. We're gonna have to tear into it and see what's going on. But yeah, so that's all my bikes. Quick run through, not too detailed.